Downloaded a playlist of Ice Cream Van music. I like that. I just never heard it described as a genre. Now I drive around playing at full blast, enjoying the disappointment on all the little kids' faces. All right, yeah, we're fully into Satan territory now. Don't punish your child by taking their online games away. Log on to their games and get them banned. Modern problems require modern solutions. Even better if you're a network engineer, just randomly increase their ping. Just give them, inconsistent latency, just enough to be irritating. I don't play online games, so I don't care. It like when you're chewing ice and a mint at the same time, while also getting burns from your shower water being too hot too fast. To reach the truest form of pain, add orange juice, this is true, to that ice and mint combo, and do this immediately after brushing your teeth. I don't think we found Satan, I think we just found a bunch of masochists. How to make a piss disc. A what? Pee in a plate and put it in a refrigerator. Take the frozen piss disc off the plate. I'm guessing step 1 refers to a freezer. Slide the disc under your neighbor's door. Watch them wondering why there is a puddle of piss on their floor. Wow, okay. KGB disappearing ink pen, made in Russia. Looks just like a normal pen. Special ink disappears completely within 48 hours. Even UV light won't find a trace of the writing. $10, out of stock. Wait, hang on, I recognize that font, that's from ThinkGeek. Rest in peace, ThinkGeek. I think this was one of their April Fool's jokes. But somebody giving a classmate this pen on finals. I'm sorry, I think you mean Satan giving a classmate this pen on finals. Imagine randomly distributing these through a lawyer's office or somewhere else where a car dealership. Oh. Full blast, fake jalapeno pizza. There's a pizza bot for Discord. Of course there's a pizza bot for Discord. That just makes me happy. Pizza, jalapeno on your blah, 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 blah. Here's your pizza with tons of jalapenos. Calm the frack down, Satan. Yeah, if you'd ever just wanted to replace all of your intestines, just all of them at once, this is how you do it. Holding the door slightly open for people. Vlog creations. Pro tip, if you see a random couple kissing, grab one person from the couple and pull him, then hit him and yell, "I can't believe you're cheating on me," and walk away without looking back. Works best if the person pulled is the same gender as you. Anyways, hi! This also only works if the person that you pull away isn't super introverted. It's just I don't know who they are. I haven't talked to them. I don't want to talk to them. Me calling the missing dog number and barking down the phone. Aw. You deserve a giant bowl of concrete flakes. I once photoshopped Waldo out of a Where's Waldo pic and sent it to my friends. Some men just want to watch the world burn. This person puts honey on their pepperoni and pineapple pizza. Okay, oh, it's directly onto the pizza. I'd still try it. I put honey on fried chicken, honey on biscuits, obviously. I'll put honey on a lot of things. I would try it with pepperoni. That doesn't sound too bad. Honey with all the pizza and everything? I'm ignoring the pineapple for the sake of this, because that, as we all know, is just crazy people stuff. I want to play a game. Good for you. I'm gonna go buy my own donuts. Thanks, I'm good. Gave my students a pop quiz today and learned something new. If you make all of the answers to the question C, you will see 35 of the most hilariously panicked and confused faces in the world. Are you Satan? Oh my god, oh. Yeah, as somebody who would go through and do probability to fill in any wrong answers I may have missed, oh, this would drive me nuts. Just saw 2 people flirting with one another under one of my posts. I deleted the meme. You won't be finding happiness over here. This is less Satan and more just spite. Yeah, you're just an uninterestingly bad person. Need more spice. When I was a child, I would install Poo on my phone just to intentionally neglect it. I'm guessing it's some sort of virtual pet thing. And come back to it looking like this and laugh my arse off. Yeah, it's a mobile game. I just looked it up. It is everything a mobile game is, which is why I have never heard of it. How much trouble can I get into for putting itching powder on toilet paper in a public restroom? I'd assume actually quite a lot, especially if somebody has a reaction, because especially if it can be traced back to you. There's very clear intent here. This email I got from my professor about me missing class due to illness. Hi, blank. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to fail you at this point. Just kidding. It's all good. Thanks for saving us from your streptococcus, which can cause flesh-eating disease, which is one of my greatest fears. Take care and get better. I don't think I'd go back. I'll take the fail, thanks. Pull. Good luck. Actually, it's probably in New York City and they probably got stolen. I've always wondered why nobody has taken one of those 10-hour relaxing rain videos and put a horrendous jump scare like 4 hours in. Somebody has. It has happened. I found one of them at one point and I was just disappointed by my own reaction. I just like looked over, I was like, huh, that was annoying. And just like, I was like, I feel like I should have been more scared if I was gonna go through that. Got any change? Say you don't have any.
I have change, but I'd rather keep it.
Dude. I remembered once my grandfather in 2011 said that someone will waste their time by reading my comment. Not only that, somebody else would voice it on the internet. Your grandfather was a wise man. 2 of my friends have never met each other. Before they spoke, I told both of them that the other is a bit deaf. No. Oh no! They shouted at each other for a few minutes before they realized that I'm an arsehole. Yes. Yes, you are. That's hilarious, but you are an arsehole. Here's how to really freak out your players. 1. Give them a ton of resources. 2. Have them walk into a large open area. 3. Nothing happens in said open area, but a boss fight instead spawns in a cramped hallway right after. I would be that person too. I would be running around the arena trying to find like the trigger plate or thinking I glitched it and then being like, oh, well, I guess I found the X. Oh God, stealing this for my next game. Basically evil within. I place extraneous, incorrect commas into Reddit posts to confuse everyone. I applaud this level of chaos. When they say you're the last one able to ride today and you deny the little kid behind you asking to trade places. Wow, guy makes a girl cry by taking the last ride of the day. The internet is on his side? Are we saying all of the internet or just Twitter? I do it in the guest room and plug in only one outlet. The rest wouldn't work. I think it should be like a clock, like the outlets randomly shut off at different times, projecting the invisible hands of a clock and you have to keep moving the plugs. My brother's Doritos and Nutella concoction. Okay, cheese and chocolate. I would try it. I would try it once. I don't think I would like it, but I would try that. I'm gonna turn down the max temp of your water heater so your showers are slightly too cool to be comfortable. You're a psychopath. What the hell, man? He said minor inconveniences, not ruin his life. So wait, it's a room with a Did you just make a people sander? Is this a belt sander for humans? It's definitely not the worst, but I've been tooling around with the idea of a okay, wait. What? Okay, I'm gonna skip some of this, but apparently the idea is that it is slowly moving 24/7, and the person has to constantly move. To which I and everybody else just respond, no. This also doesn't seem like a very good torture method because I feel like the longevity wouldn't be there. I'm just saying, if you're gonna engineer something, engineer it correctly. There is no meter. Oh, well, we'll see about that. Word search. Can you find these 10 words from the top 10 rules in this puzzle? Look hard. They can be forwards, backwards, up, down, across, or diagonally. There's no meter. I have gone through and isolated every single M. There's no. So, fun story. Snow day happens. I don't have to do a test because the teacher decides to put on a movie. However, I'm in 6th period, the second to last class of the day, and someone I hate is in that teacher's final class of the day. So I wait till class is over, the next, enjoy my movie all the way through, and tell the teacher about the missing test. He gave out tests next period. How do I know? Because I could hear everyone whining about not watching the second half of the movie while passing by. Okay, wait. You waited till class is over the next. That's till the class was over to the next period. Is the class 2 periods long? I'm not sure I understand the timeline of this. I think what you're saying is that somebody was missing a test, but you got them to administer it anyway. I don't understand this post at all. I was an arsehole in first class. Due to sickness, I schnat myself at school, and my whole pant was with pudding. So principal came and called my parents and told me to go to washroom. The girl beside me, starting chanting shame, shame, puppy shame. That doesn't sound like a very insulting chant. I'm sorry. Just feel like that. Okay. Before going to washroom, I pretend I slipped and deliberately sat on her lap in pretense that I fell down. She started crying and I went to washroom laughing and parents took me home. She never sat with me again and I never snapped myself again. I'm glad you didn't do that again. She does sound like she was intending to be a jerk. I don't think she was very good at being a jerk. If somebody next to me was like, shame, shame, puppy, shame, I'd be like, you know, a lot of better insults exist, and some of them probably sound less cute. You're now in charge of creating the worst ride at the Unamusement Park. Unamusement Park. What terrible creation do you whip up? First, you are prompted to remove your shoes. You then walk through a bed of Legos while Toby Keith's music plays at such an ungodly volume that your ears begin to bleed. As you reach the end of the Lego floor, your bloodied feet make their way to a kiosk where you are given a ticket. The number reads 2601. You are at the DMV. They just called 1891. Someone's phone rings. The ringtone is tub thumping. A baby begins to cry. There are no snacks. Damn, and I thought I was evil. You evil little monkey, you. That was depressing. That was the depressing part. Changing the letters on my cousin's crossword so that it's unsolvable. For some reason, I want to say to someone, I hope that when you are very comfortable in bed and about to doze off, and you remember that you have to grab something and get up, ruining your comfort. I think the worst version of this is just you get so, cozy and warm and comfortable and all sleepy, and then you have to pee. I used to drink tons of Diet Coke, but it's been 1 month since I've had a drop. I want to share some of the changes I've observed in myself over that time. My health is unchanged. I'm less happy. My one source of joy is gone. Thanks for encouraging me on this journey. I think everyone reacts to soda differently. I drink Coke Zero like it's water. I literally had a Costco membership and then a Sam's Club membership when we moved to buy it by the flat, which is 35 cans. I went off of it cold turkey for like 6 months. I also cut out sugar for like 3 months. And I'll tell you what happened. Absolutely nothing. I had 2 weeks of caffeine crash, obviously, and I had 2 weeks of, sugar crash. But after that, I just felt less happy. And I just, I didn't feel any better or anything, and nothing improved. And I gave it a good try. I drank tons of water and I felt like just bored and unhappy, and like there was nothing interesting going on. And then I on a whim bought a can at the deli, had a sip, and my entire brain like woke up. And I went home and like started 3 projects and actually finished 2 of them. And I have not looked back since. I think everyone just reacts to soda differently. Coke Zero and sour candy is the only reason a happy, healthy Lexi exists. On a post about that Japanese spider light. What? What's that? Oh, that's just Greg. He's cool. Hey, Greg. Yep, totally looking into making one of these. Hang on, before I go any further, I gotta look this up. Japanese spider lamp. Oh, okay, it's the cube with the spider legs. Okay, it's like a hexapod with a giant light up cube on top. Gotta do some extra work on it though. Get some voice recordings on it. Oh, and make a bunch of trigger words. If a trigger word is said, it glows deep red and scampers about quickly and slightly erratically. It just starts quoting like the intro from Doom. The Doomslayer is upon us. Find a way to steer the conversation. So someone says one word and yell, "Oh crap, you've upset it! Everyone on the couch, now!" Dial-up noises intensify. Oh, I would have far too much fun with this. I have some old sound modules from some old Arduino projects. This could be fun. What if I pretend to be British for like the first 6 months at college, only around my roommate? And I wake her up every morning at like 6 a.m. and say like, up, darling, it's time for your tea. The Brits are singing a spoonful of sugar. Makes the medicine go down. And then we get back from winter break and switch back to normal and pretend she made the whole thing up until she loses her mind. That would be fun. I think the fact that you would have other people in your dorm would ruin this. I think the better version of this is not advice, is to tilt or rig like a rolly chair or something in the room so that it's always leaning to the left. So she kind of learns to compensate or lean, one to the right, or like maybe makes the desk wobble to the left. She's always, unconsciously aware that it's a little bit rickety. It's college furniture. That happens. And then over winter break, switch it to lean right. So she gets back and like something's different, but she doesn't know what it is. And she's just like overcompensating, leaning like way too far to the right. Like something feels wrong and she can't figure out what it is, and never mention it again. Just walk away. Cat in a cup squeezes through the needle. I'm free, yippee! I'm a free kitty. What kind of bot is this? Not on my watch. Drinks the cat. Look, I know cats have a liquid form, but please don't drink your cat.
What is your darkest desire?
I want to stare at someone from across the street, then disappear when a bus passes.
Aw man, now I want to do that too. Raw chicken and buttermilk in a mason jar. Oh, that... Okay, where's this going? Cut out a small piece of drywall in an inconspicuous spot. Put the tightly sealed mason jar in the wall. Patch it, paint it, leave. Go sit on a bench and think about how good that stink must be. They never find it. I banged my keyboard so hard I lost my place. Where were we? Oh my god, there's a picture! Oh, I just read the post! I scrolled it. Oh, what am I doing with my life? City placed new streetlights that shine right into our room. Photo taken at 2 a.m. Oh my god. I work night shift, so like, I don't mind being awake in the middle of the night. But one, it's my choice. And two, I still like it to be dark. That's half the joy of working night shift. Oh my god, I would take that out with a BB gun real quick. That's not advice. That was, for legal reasons, that was a joke. Eclipse brand gum has started replacing one piece of gum per pack with what I suppose is their logo. Yeah, Dentine Ice used to do this. I used to be like super addicted to that gum. But like they started changing the piece arrangement. I'm sure there's a technical term for it, but like there used to be like, I don't know, X number of pieces per card, and then they like moved them around so that there was one less, but you couldn't really tell. And this is just the cheaper version of that. They didn't have to pay for a new mold. I like to think though that at least one crate got damaged because the packs are now off balance, and hopefully that was enough retribution. Now I want gum. I live in a small neighborhood full of Trumpers. I set up a wireless bridge with a very strong commercial router so it can be seen by every house in the sub. Wonder how many neighbors are sweaty. US vaccine chip activator. Fun story, there's a variant of access points called production, or they're usually used for arenas and stadiums and stuff like that. But you need clearance from the FCC to use them. But even at the increased power of 100 milliwatts or 125 milliwatts, FCC, that's like, they really have to be looking to check. They won't necessarily make Wi-Fi better, but they will be seen for quite a ways. Another fun thing to do is if you have a more advanced router, usually you'll be able to create multiple SSIDs. If you live in an area like this, create a bunch of like microchip numbers, like create like 8 SSIDs and just put like 5G vaccine number 7726 active. And just keep the number random. My sister ate the leftovers I was saving, so I taped this to her bathroom window. Have a nice shower, sweetie. I mean, from an angle you can tell it's flat, but the initial like nerve jolt you'd get from it would still be, especially if you took a shower at night and like a car headlight went by and you went, holy hell. I am a horrible person. I have a pocket knife, and I use the pocket knife to do horrible things. What? Like cut tape. I cut the tape down to the cardboard in one spot so that anytime someone needs to use the tape, they have to deal with the inconvenience of the tape being cut. Okay, all right, I get what you're saying, and this does sound annoying, but I have rolls of tape that I do this to. If you need a pre-cut length of tape, you can actually do this with stuff like gaffer's tape or masking tape. You make a cut down. I don't go all the way to the cardboard, but like probably a 1/4 inch down. And then when you pull it off, you have pre-cut strips of that length. So if you're wrapping cables, like power cables with gaffer's tape or something for a setup, and you need a bunch of, 4-inch long strips, you just make it cut down the center and you just rip off 4-inch strips. It's awesome. It's terrible for, things like packing tape. But there you go, accidental life tip from Lexi. Tell him you don't care where you eat out, then deny every option he gives. See, this can backfire really easily because if the person doesn't have patience and knows you're just trying to get a rise out of them, they'll just go get food. Like, I can survive off a can of Pringles for a really long time. Monopoly, longest game ever. Even bankruptcy won't get you out of this game. It's Infinopoly. What? The guy who came up with that thing. Yeah. Oh, dear God. It's 3 a.m. There are no lights on in my house. My neighbor has installed a floodlight that lights up my house, including my bedroom, from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. every night. Dude. Okay, so I installed a floodlight at our old house, and I was super paranoid about the shades to like make sure it shaded like and ended at our yard, because I didn't want to like blind our neighbors every time we took the dog out. And oh my God, I'd go over there and like offer to buy them like the matching security hood, or just make them one out of cardboard and be like, hey, could you just put this like so it ends at your fence? Because it's lighting up my living room.
I don't want to die a virgin.
Done. Nothing happened. You are immortal now. Oh. Well, that's one way to resolve a storyline. I don't know what an evil person did this. Y'all gotta straighten out your grammar. Also, is this a light socket? This does not look like the standard American one, so I have no sense of scale because it's just a square. I'm looking for the stupid guy who painted his dog like a tiger. I ran 2 kilometers to save my life. I only stopped when he barked. Only then could I tell it was a dog. I'm gonna really hope this is like pet safe paint. I'm going to choose to believe that because I like the idea of a dog painted as a tiger. That's kind of cute and kind of wholesome and funny as hell. But I also don't really want the dog to get like cancer or something. Next time when you open a pack of gum in class. Okay, that's genuinely good one. Well done. People also ask, what is that word? The phobia of it's the fear of long words, right? Yes, the fear of long words is a long word. Ha! Medical jokes. Terrorizing people since forever. I'm sorry. My hamster clipped through my kitchen floor and died by fall damage in my washing machine. Was not fun to clean. Dude, what? It would be very easy to clean. You just need to hit one button. Yeah, but there's bones. Like, that's not gonna go through the filter. r/Foundsatan. I mean, yes, it is a terrible thing, but also it's impractical and bad for the machine. Like, this is just bad on all levels. Satan would be smarter than this.
The owner that did this deserves a special place in hell.
Oh, it's one of those fancy new elevators that can go diagonally.
A week ago, my mother-in-law began reading The Exorcist. She said it was the most evil book she ever read. So evil, in fact, she couldn't finish it. Took it over to the beach and threw it into the ocean off a fishing pier. So I went and bought another copy, ran the faucet over it, and left it in the night table drawer by her bed. I'm going to hell.
Hello, I'm Satan. Welcome. Wait a minute, you're that Exorcist book guy. Hey, high five, bro. Love your work.
r/terrible superpowers.
You can guess anyone's first name with 100% accuracy.
No, this is God tier. I will walk up to random people and go, your name? They are after you. You need to hide.
I found Satan.
I'm finally getting used to this body.
Life hack. Get a pet parrot, teach it to say this and only this. I tricked a 4-year-old into not wanting my Nutella by calling it hazelnut butter. Ooh, evil. Lies, this person merely knows how to better take care of their resources. Gotta save all the Nutella you can for those tomato sauce sandwiches, am I right?
Haha, I'll never let it die.
Just found out my friend eats bananas like this. Oh, look at all that wasted banana that's been kept with the skin. How do I say this lightly? It's necessary to bully you. Me, after building the orphanage's website without a homepage.
Ha-ha!
On the last day of school, I'm going to ask people if they wrote the 4-paragraph essay for ELA, just to make them paninic. Oh, that's scarier than panicking. It's when you're so anxious you become a panini bread.
Satan, have you been my friend on Discord this entire time?
I'll never tell. Ooh, woo.
How do you delete someone off Facebook from school that you do not like?
Hi, Edith. Facebook Patrol here. To answer your question about deleting someone from Facebook that you do not like, simply click reply beneath my comment, type the @ sign, and then start writing the person's name that you want to delete. Their name should appear, so click it. Once you've done, their name should come up in blue. Once you've done that, press enter. You will then be given the option whether you want to delete this person for a few days or permanently. Thanks, Edith. Let me know if you have any other questions. Facebook Patrol. You bastard. You bitch.
You set her up, and what's worse, Dorothy responded.
Hi, Edith. How are the kids?
Oh, she's actually equally ignorant. Okay, never mind, it's fine. A man paid his DMV with 300,000 pennies, and it took workers over 12 hours to count them. This isn't Satan, this is justice.
Please, Satanize your hands here.
How do I do that? Do I make them commit a sin?
What are you doing?
Making my hands kiss before marriage.
Really, that's where your brain went with this?
Yep, that's Jack's immediate thought. Not to maybe steal something with his hands. That would make total sense, but no, his thought was let's slap my hands together and pretend they're kissing to make a reference to Can we please just move on? Satanic prank from a while back. If you work in an office with a copier, take a paper clip and put it on the scanner. Run off 10, 20 copies or so of nothing but the paper clip. Take that stack and return it to the paper tray and remove the paper clip. Watch the chaos ensue as your co-workers try to figure out why the hell all their copies have a paperclip on them, but there is no paperclip to be found. Utah Highway Patrol seeking public's help to identify a dangerous, reckless motorcycle rider. Okay, well, even if they get a tip on who it might be, I have a hard time believing they can make a case without having seen his face. So just Google a random cop from that area, call the tip line, and say it's him. Oh my god. You know, it's a real shame people have discovered ways to just ruin tip lines through this. Well, let me just tell you. As an Australian, I find this much easier to read. Bought my son a 300-piece toolkit and a toolbox for his 15th birthday. I stole his 10mm. He needs to learn the struggle is real. I am full of life lessons. I could see this dad getting exponentially more chaotic. Happy 21st, son. Let's take you out for some drinks and then I'll take your kidney. What? I love you. Blocking someone isn't enough. I want them to get lice.
I once intentionally gave a girl lice because she kept throwing her long-ass hair all over my desk in class while I was trying to work on assignments. This was in middle school. I had asked her to stop multiple times and she scoffed and kept doing it. So I picked one off my own head and threw it into her hair. Couple of days later, she came into school crying with a bob. I do not regret it.
What's the worst thing you can say in an elevator full of people? True story. My mum and dad were in a crowded elevator when my mum was very obviously pregnant to the point of bursting. I guess she looks at my dad and says, "When are you going to tell your wife about me?" My parents are happily married. She was just pranking him. My dad said it was the longest elevator ride of his life. I'd imagine so. I mean, what's worse, people making audible reactions to that or not making any at all? Like their ears would have been working. I grounded my kid and this was his response. Okay, honestly, impressive. I've grown up in this world and I never once thought of doing this. In my defense, I was afraid of the wooden spoon. I filled in for my parents today at my little sister's college orientation because they couldn't make it. While I was having lunch with the other parents, one of the mums commented on how young I looked. I told her I had Jessica when I was 13. She choked on her salad. This time of the year, I grab weeds while I'm walking my dog and weave them into little wreaths that I leave around the neighborhood. Specifically because there is a woman on Nextdoor who is furious because she thinks they are signs of witchcraft. I encourage you to do the same. This took place in a children's hospital. Florida man, of course it freaking is. Florida man yells, "There's no Santa" at the holiday event.
There's no Santa, only Krampus.
I'm just saying, he has a better track record for making kids be good. What are some harmless ways to screw with people? Skip all these losers. When someone's in the public bathroom trying to take a poop, after you leave, reopen the door and let it slam shut. So it sounds like someone else just entered the bathroom and they sit there, holding in their poop till they realize no one's actually there.
Hey, calm down, Satan.
Who needs horror movies when you can train your sphincter through poop anxiety? My friend house sat for me, but when I came back, I saw my kidney and black beans mixed together, along with my pinto and great northern beans. She did this to save space in my cupboards. And you can't be mad because technically she's right. This is what a coyote howl sounds like.
I'm using this to hopefully scare off the squirrel in my attic.
Lamau, I am too.
Don't know if this belongs here, but my school uses black beans as chocolate chips. Whoa! Oh, I don't care what people said on Twitter 10 years ago. This is the stuff that people should be canceling for. If you woke up tomorrow morning a billionaire, what's the most extravagantly lavish thing you'd waste some money on?
I'd go to generic restaurants, give my waiter or waitress $100 to send a glass of milk with ice in it to a specific table. The $100 would be to keep quiet about who sent the milk.
I would do this several more times to the same table until they got visibly upset. No waiter in the world would stop sending ice milks, especially after I raised the offer to $500. If I were a waiter, I would gladly keep putting glasses of milk with ice in on someone's table, even if they were screaming in my face if I made $500 each time. So yeah, I would do ice milk. Instant classic. I love how reading this, you can just tell this is someone who works as a waiter thinking about, how much am I willing to be paid to ruin someone's night at the restaurant? You piece of... Oh, so many words I want to say to this. I'm recording this in the daytime. There is already a reflection on my screen as is, and then this little funky monkey pops up. Oh, I hate you. I hate you. Hey, you go to hell, right where you belong. Meanwhile, in r/anime Indian, cursed t-shirt. Wow, what a G-rated memory to trigger in all our brains. Thank you for sharing, username Maikomuniyaris. Such a beautiful cultural name. My boyfriend bought some donuts and I took a bite out of every single one just to screw with him, but then he got mad about something else and I'm afraid when he sees the donuts he's gonna lose his schmidt.
More terrible superpowers. You can turn your face into an abomination when a kid is looking at you to ensure childhood trauma.
Your business would be booming in Halloween. My school is repeatedly playing Baby Shark in between classes until enough people sign up for a charity walk. Genius. No, that's brilliant. That's so smart. Oh my gosh. Thank God, like, actual advertisers are only restricted to doing such torture to us within like 5 to 15 seconds on YouTube. Told my little brother that if he didn't eat the macaron I spent 28 hours making for him, I'd delete his EA account, therefore deleting his Sims account and the probable $1,000 worth of packs on there. Guess who loves macarons now? Fun in malls many years ago. We used to have this friend that could fart on command, and it almost always smelled like death. So we used to go to the mall and find groups of people just hanging out, and he would walk by a group like he was looking for something, and quietly fart and walk away. The look on their faces when they smelled it was priceless. He would then sit back and watch the meltdown when they started blaming each other. Good times. I used to know a guy who would write out slips of paper and stick it under windshields that said, "I'm so sorry for scratching your car. I'm writing this note so everyone thinks I'm leaving my insurance info. Sorry, hope you get it fixed soon." He wouldn't actually scratch it. He would park and watch as the driver spent forever looking over their car trying to find the scratch. Funny stuff. Here's how to spice up any Facebook comment with random quotation marks. Congrats on your baby. Congrats on your baby. Congrats on your baby. Oh god, that one's the worst.
Want a spooky? Booze! It scares you by being sweet and savory in the worst way.
New York ain't getting no fun. It's my birthday, so I'm giving away $50,000 to 5 followers, 10,000 each. All you have to do is share this to your story and tag someone in the comments. Also, if you don't follow me, I can't DM you the money if you win. Winners will be picked in 72 hours. We'll show proof, excluding the state of New York, because screw them. These is a bunch of greasy hot dogs. These is hopscotch to your death. All right, remember your training. So
okay.
Hop, hop.
Yep.
Good.
Okay.
Jump, hop, jump.
You've done it.
Good, now fly.
What?
Fly! Damn it, fly! Stop doing the opposite of what I tell you!
When Satan is your DM. Last session, I gave out a custom legendary magic item that becomes an OP staff when the druid holds it, or a badass spear when the fighter holds it. Now they just have to decide who gets to carry it.
Let the infighting begin!
This is at my blind school. Really accessible. It feels so wrong to laugh at this. Funny story. When I was little, I would go on Nickelodeon.com all the time, and they had this game similar to Club Penguin, except it was called Nicktropolis. And if you forgot your password, a security question you could choose was, what is your eye color? And if you got it right, it'd tell you your password. So I would go to popular locations in Nicktropolis and write down random usernames who were also in those areas. And then I would log out and type in the username as if it were my own, and to see which of these usernames had a security question set to, what is your eye color? Which was most of them, since it was easy and we were all kids. I would then try either brown, blue, or green, and always get in. Then I would go to their house and send all of their furniture and decorations to my own house. And if I didn't want it, I could sell it for money. Oh no.
I love robbery and fraud.
One time I made a super world for my dad, Super Mario Maker 2, and I made the most painful level I have ever made. Duplicated it, then put all of them in the super world, then made the last level extremely easy. Next week your dad goes to get his will fixed up. I leave everything to my son, provided he can beat the super world in Super Mario Maker 2. Meanwhile, in r/fornicate cars, but not in that way. It's not that kind of subreddit, guys, even though it's on Reddit. I know I made the mistake too. I was very disappointed. I mean, very thankful. What do y'all do about cars parked in bike lanes? I want some unethical tips to make them regret it. This suggestion is 100% ethical, but I think it's still in the spirit of what you're looking for. Carry a small, cheap kid's bike picked up from a garage sale when you ride a route that has issues with this. Then, when you run across a vehicle parked in the bike lane, you tuck the bike under the front bumper. The driver starts up and something goes crunch and they get out to see what it was and maybe, just maybe, have a moment of remorse when they think they just ran over a kid in the bike lane. Toss in a pink kid-size helmet and a well-worn teddy bear for good measure. You are so deliciously evil. I'm a bartender and have ruined a lot of grad parties by saying, "Congratulations! That's the same degree I got. What can I get you to drink?" Hell yeah, raking in sales through quarter-life crises. Probably destroyed a possible relationship. Yes, it's the kind of messages where someone texts the wrong number. Do you want to go shopping at the mall this afternoon? I think we should see other people. Barbed wire that fenced the West. A fascinating display of different designs. That'll be a good doormat. An unsolvable maze in a children's book. God, I hate these because I'm just motivated subconsciously to attempt these. Damn it, human brain. They literally said it's unsolvable. Why are you trying to solve it still? If you could telepathically say something that all 7.8 billion people on Earth could hear at once, what would it be? And unfortunately, Satan is on the internet. You picked the correct religion. I am real, and this is the proof you've been asking for. Then I'd watch the world blow up. They'll never know. My local library has an app where you can reserve books to collect at the library in question. The app doesn't send you any notifications that the book has arrived, and the staff just stay behind the desk. So whenever I go there, I borrow 3 or 4 reserved books and then immediately return them, but place them randomly all over the kids section without the paper that states it's reserved. Then I just sit and wait till someone walks in for their reservation and watch them walk right back out. It's a good hour of my day, but it makes the rest of it even better. Stop ruining libraries, they're struggling as is.
Not sure if this is allowed, but if you got porch thieves or thieves in general, give it a go.
Gas can roulette. Leave a can of gas on the porch full of water and sugar. Let the thieves take the gamble. This is crossing the line.
The decision making. It even makes Satan squirm in fear.
His willy, it's in my peripheral vision.
I threw a friend's photo album in the garbage when I was 9. So my friend brought a photo album with all her baby pictures to school. It had pictures of her as a baby and she was very excited to show us. When she left it aside during recess, I took it. I honestly don't know why I did it. I just did. I brought it straight to my house and dug it deep in my trash. To make things worse, it had her hospital bracelet from when she was a newborn. Now that it's been over 10 years, I just feel god awful. Look, you should. It's too late now for you to come clean. I mean, at this point, you're gonna have to die with this guilt. Don't throw out doll heads. You can turn them into handy nightlights for your kids. Oh, look, it's ever watching you. Tile layout ruins illusion. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, but we failed. Despite years of building, we have to shut down the Illusion Museum. It doesn't work. Work of a perfectionist. The real talent is managing to make the concrete stick together through all your tears and screaming, begging and pleading for any of your hard work to actually look good for once. Want to play a game? Is it Windex or Mountain Dew? Only one way to find out. Oh, you're dead. When you put on a nicotine patch on him every night when he sleeps with you, so he has withdrawals when you're not together and he becomes addicted to hanging out with you. I mean, there's got to be something illegal about that. I was told today the way I eat sandwiches is a bit more than just mildly infuriating. How dare they? Everyone knows the middle part is like the most scrumptious. Of course you're gonna save that for last. You eat the crust to get it out of the way. Don't listen to them. They're the kind of people who throw their crust away. Wasting food. You're a burglar, but you only steal things to slightly inconvenience your victims. What are you stealing?
One battery from every remote control in the house. I found him. Thanos is alive and I found him. Help! I touched my vagina! I was taking a bath and I accidentally touched my vagina. It felt good. It was an accident. Is there any way to undo this? Am I going to hell? Please help.
Best answer, chosen by voters.
Sorry, you're going to hell.
Well, this is an uncomfortable thing to fathom. God being Satan. Trolling with a fake turkey noise in the suburbs.
Not being American, I don't understand the, gravity of this situation, but I'm going to find it funny anyway. A woman puts on this dress when she cleans her house, and the reason is that she told her 2 children, who are terrified of her, that this leopard woman is visiting our house to clean. If you don't make the house dirty, she won't come back. Noted. If I want to traumatize children, I should just work as a maid.
How to catch the office food thief. Recipe number 21. You take a bar of Dial's soap. You put something up its ass, you cover it in chocolate, and well, there you go. I had to explain that one just in case you weren't paying attention. Just in case you weren't watching. Were you, Tim? Hello, Tim? I'm right here, okay? I'm free entertainment for you. The least you can do is look me in the eye. Commenting, I'm a lucky man, on other people's girlfriends' posts? No. No. Oh, not girlfriends. I see what you're saying. No. No. Did you know that every tire comes with a pre-installed GPS chip so you could be located in 5G networks? If you don't want to be tracked, you have to cut off the little antenna that sticks out right there. That's true. I did that with mine, and those liberals made my tires flat so fast. I didn't know they could do that remotely if they catch you doing it. What the hell? I wear a ring now, and the amount of men checking me out or talking to me reduced by 80%. My guy wears a ring, and the amount of women checking him out or talking to him doubled. What the hell's wrong with you women? I knew a single guy in college that wore a fake wedding ring because it helped him get attention from women. He slept with dozens of women that thought he was cheating on his wife with them. When he told them that he was single afterwards, they were all outraged. They were all outraged at once? Did he gather them into a lecture hall? Also, bullshit. I'm sorry. It's the internet. Everyone lies. In blank, a Chicago man bought a car for $600, registered it in his ex-girlfriend's name, then parked at O'Hare Airport and racked up $105,000 in tickets. Again, we've seen this one before, and I'm still wondering, can you not sue for that? I feel like that in and of itself is a form of fraud or crime or something. I don't know. This is what happens when you put a penny in a microwave for 2 minutes. Yo, you just made me start a fire in the house. Okay? Maybe you should have taken one home ec class growing up. Say, oh my god, look at the blood on her pants in a crowded hall. And the girls who turn around are the ones on their period? Yeah, I'm pretty despicable. Hey man, it could be worse. You could be me. Some woman named Ursula gives out my phone number to debt collectors, the DA's office, and somehow got it attached to a fingerprinting database. I can't tell you how many threatening phone calls I've received from debt collectors, bail bondsmen, and lawyers after her ass. Most of the time it's easy enough to clear up, but sometimes they refuse to accept that I'm not covering for her. This has been going on for 20 years, and I've yet to receive a single nude from a 20-something... What the f*** is this? I feel like I'm missing some context here. What the hell are you saying? Edit. Didn't change my number because I was in college for 10 years, and contact information was super important, which transitioned into me needing to register my number for professional licensing purposes, which is a pain to change. During all this, the frequency of the calls waxed and waned, but it was never a huge issue. The advent of telescammers and the death of the American phone call, shut up, Grandpa, has made me not answer my phone in like 2 years anyway, so it just doesn't matter anymore. Ursula, if you're reading this, I hate you. I feel like something was out of order there. That one just came up, man. I don't know. Hey guys, just wanted to pop in here to remind y'all about the new merch over at EmKayshop.com. Made with 100% cotton, you can feel the heft from the very first second you pull it out of your mailbox. Take a look at our new hoodie, for example. This is probably the best hoodie I've ever worn in my life. It is the comfiest, the coziest. So head on over to EmKayshop.com now and use code BOOBIN at checkout to get yourself free shipping. Alright, back to the content. Have you heard of the Harvard-MIT pigeon prank? No, I haven't. You want to tell me the story? An MIT student dressed in a black and white striped shirt went to the Harvard football stadium every day of one summer, blowing a whistle while scattering breadcrumbs or birdseed to coax neighborhood pigeons down onto the field. At Harvard's opening game of the season, upon the referee's first whistle, it said that hundreds of pigeons descended onto the field, causing a half-hour delay. There was a split second in my head where I was very confused at how, well, do they not practice on the field? And then remembered you said summer. And I'm the idiot. Customer just handed me a folded up 50 as a tip. I hate this place, I hate everyone, and I hate myself. Disappointed? Jesus won't let you down in your life. You're a goddamn asshole if you do this. Got a wrong number text, and, alright, well, let's see what that's all about. Hello, Gus, it is Sarah. Almost the weekend. I really like the area near 508 Water Street, and was not sure if it was on the market, or did you have future plans to list it? I'm so sorry. Last night around 11:30 p.m., the property burnt to the ground due to a gang dispute. A child behind me. Mom, there are only 4 donuts left. Me, 4 donuts, please. Now that one, God will find you for. So, my bitch-ass neighbor called the police because I was smoking on the balcony. The police get there and ask, where the weed at? I said, I smoked it all. They said, where'd you buy it? I said, from the neighbor. Now they're at his house looking and searching his shit. Well played. Maybe mind your own business. Okay, y'all, I'm pranking my sister. Let's hope she shits her pants. Dude, that's not, there's a certain level of scaring somebody that can kill them. You gotta chill. Dude, if I saw this, oh, I'd whoop your ass. Holy shit, that is so not cool. A Christmas present for their little brother. Ah, all right. Well, you better get that welding certification there, bro. Hey, dumbass, stop texting my girlfriend. Do you want some problems? What if I do? Okay, take note. If a train is traveling at 72 kilometers an hour on a road of 360 kilometers, how much time will it take for it to arrive? That sure was a way to ask that question. Damn you, man. I'll leave her alone. Just calm down. That's better, asshole. Public outcry over toys that look like food sent to Gaza children instead of real food. Why do I feel like this was some sick motherfucker's actual purposeful... Never mind. God damn it. When I'm a doctor doing a surgery right before the person goes out under the anesthesia, I'm going to say, okay, pull up the WikiHow article. Are you Satan? No, they're 12. Bought my son a 300-piece toolkit and a toolbox for his 15th birthday. I stole his 10mm. He needs to learn that the struggle is real. I am full of life lessons. I'm gonna be honest with you here. We all know the 10mm socket disappearing is a meme. However, I'm a grown-ass man who's had a set ever since leaving home. Guess what I haven't lost? What's a malicious but legal way to screw with someone? Sign them up for a visit from the Mormons and Jehovah's Witnesses, and keep doing it. No, you just do it once. You just do it. Well, you don't need to sign them up time and time again. Even when they're told no, they'll come around again. Get a bunch of eggs and write 1, 4, 7, and 10 on them, and so on. Hide them around the property, if you have access. They might find 1 or 4, but then wonder where 2 and 3 were. They make those beeping things you can hide that make random noises to screw with people as a prank. Hide one in their house. Again, I feel like we're missing some context here. You take thousands of keys, can buy generic bulk on eBay or Amazon, then attach a keychain with a phone number on it to the person you hate. Then leave those keys literally anywhere you possibly can, and they'll receive hundreds and hundreds of phone calls and texts. Hey, I found your keys. Nuh-uh. Caught this huge wasp at lunch. I'm so excited to go back to work and release it into the office building. Oh, I mean, you have to be there too. When I'm in a Restoring Faith in Humanity competition and my opponent is the second word on the Wikipedia page for smallpox, we beat it. Next April Fools, we changed that was to an is for one day. Oh no. I've been alive 20 years and still haven't found the right thing to say when someone knocks on the door of the public bathroom you're in. Ah, I've been waiting for you is always a good one. I usually just yell, pooping! Yeah, and that usually gets the message across just fine. Nickelodeon dips its toes into the hotel business. I stayed there once. There was a rotting squirrel carcass in the pool. Some kids were crying when I told them it was the real Sandy. Was it not? Is she still around? I came into the office early and switched as many M and N keys on keyboards as I could. Some might say I'm a monster, but others will say I'm a nomster. Got it! For a real reason to scream on the way down. Buy animal training clicker. Go on roller coaster. Wait for the top of the hill. Reach for the seatbelt of the person next to you. Click clicker. Seatbelt? Well, maybe wooden coasters have. No, they all have lat bars. What do you mean? Lat bars are big restraints that go around your shoulders? Seatbelt? Okay, man. My neighbor has an unsecured wireless printer. I just sent this document to it. Hello, I am your printer. I have become self-aware. Feed me ink or I'll print out your search history when your wife is home alone. Yeah, we kinda did this bit over on Pymations with printer problems. Not original. Fake. Poor product quality. Poor service by seller. Delivery time below expectation. Seller response. Gotcha. Wrapping all 155 pieces for my girlfriend's Christmas present. You're really mean. You know, you're really friggin' mean. Stop it. Guys, I figured out a way to disable all ads on YouTube. Just go to the settings, Woman went on 6 dates a week to save on food. I didn't buy groceries for 2 years. Good lord, that must have just been exhausting. She was asleep. I was bored. Well, I just want to say that I'm a huge fan. I'm not a huge fan, you frickin' psycho. Some mornings I like to pop into Tesco and switch the cardboard sleeves around on these just for fun. God, I wish I could go to a Tesco again. I know that everyone over in the UK is like, why? They frickin' suck. I know, but the food there tasted a lot better than any grocery store or Walmart I've ever been to over here. Some people have meat allergies, and those who don't eat meat for a long period of time can have a serious negative reaction to ingesting meat. This is a little too malicious to fit the sub. Yeah, this person's a dick. Yeah, you are. It's not just a funny ha-ha thing to do that to people that don't eat meat. If you glue a dead wasp to your palm, you can smack your boss on the back of the head as hard as you want and act like you saved him. Not as hard as you want, though. If you wear a falconry glove to the park and frantically look around the sky, everyone with a small dog is gonna leave. My boyfriend purposefully hid my phone from me for a full day so I would lose my 1,318-day snap streak with my ex. Wow. I mean, being a little appropriate with that, ex? Pro tip, save business cards with people you don't like. If you ever hit a parked car accidentally, just write sorry on the back and leave it on the windshield. Yeah, just remember, don't do that though. So I downloaded this app called Be My Eyes a while ago. You get FaceTime calls from blind people all over the world and help them with whatever task it is that they need help with. I just got my first call and helped this lady pick out almond milk. Something so small made her day. Luckily, if this were a real situation, I don't think milk of any kind and bleach smell very similar. And if they do, you might need to stop buying that brand of milk. Is there a subreddit for fun noises that don't have ASMR mouth sounding? This is attempted manslaughter. Do not trust this man. Name something worse than this. Getting lemon juice on the cut while you're carrying boiling water and you spill the boiling water all over yourself. And then the bang of you hitting the floor causes a bucket of hand sanitizer spills on you. That fell apart kind of quick. 3 of us can't find the 6th difference, and I do not think that there is one. Yeah, I'm really bad at these. I never finished an I Spy book. I never found Waldo. I can't help you here. Phil Collins' In the Air Tonight is on loop in the background, but it always restarts before the drum solo kicks in. You should be crucified. I'm 6'2", but I claim that I'm 6'0". I don't know why I said oh. So that 5'11" people who lie about their height look stupid. What's a movie that doesn't seem like it would have a lot of sex scenes, but does? I want to recommend a movie with a ton of sex scenes to my cousin to watch with his family. I want Suffering. Ooh, where are those recommendations, baby? Good morning. Hope everyone's enjoying their breakfast. On an unrelated note, here are my gallstones. Just label it chocolates and leave it on the coffee table. I just unscrewed the freaking toilet lid and put it on backwards. So when my family comes home and needs to take a shit, they need to fix it first. You freak, I love you. This teacher is psychotic. Answer keys to an exam that my students are taking right now. Oh, you actual freak. That's not funny, dude. That's so... Screw you. Ugh. That one's gonna haunt me for the rest of my life. All right, cutting edge technology. The edge of the phone is razor sharp, and you're telling me that's normal? What phone? Imagine if you could teleport. I'm done for the night, computer. Log out. No! That would be kind of cray-cray though, right? One time, someone mistakenly texted me, "It's done." So I texted back, "Excellent. Show me his head and you'll get your payment." Edit. The person was freaked out and sent back, "I think I got the wrong number. Please don't hurt me," and he never contacted me again. We love kids, but please keep yours at your table. Unattended kids will be given a shot of espresso and a free puppy. Can you imagine having to stock puppies because you know you're gonna have to hand them out? What's that? Listen, on your way here, you pass by the store and you pick up some laxatives. Then, when you get there, you mix up a drink with the laxatives. Then, when Angelo gets done and comes downstairs, you go up to him and offer him the drink. And since you guys kind of know each other, there's no reason for him to be suspicious about it. At that point, we time it. So, when we know the laxatives are kicking in, you go and lock the bathroom. Now he's gonna start panicking, right? And that's my moment. I approach him and start confronting him for screwing my girl. And from that point, all I need to do is land one punch on his stomach and he's gonna shit himself in front of the entire party. You're a genius. I'm on my way. Wouldn't do it. I would not give somebody drugs against their I wouldn't do that. I'm sorry. This girl on Instagram posted her plane ticket and I called and canceled their flight. I'm pretending to be a hot girl on Tinder so I can match with my roommate and tell him I'm coming over so we'll clean the apartment. That's an oldie, but always a goodie. Please clean up after yourself. Travel tip. Frustrate every employee in a Canadian airport by responding to their hello, bonjour with hello, bonjour, forcing them to guess which language to proceed in. My worst fear. Turn on all cameras. This button instantly turns on all the cameras for all 86 participants. Let's see. There's a high chance you're going to encounter some of these varieties. Captain Underpants figures it's okay to join the call in their undies. The nudist, see above, but fewer clothes. The meme connoisseur. Your call is in a minimized tab and they're browsing memes, funny videos, or animal pictures. The meat tenderizer. Your call is in a minimized tab and they're browsing other things, pants not included. Oscar the Grouch. Didn't think anyone would see how messy their room is. The keeper of secrets. Nobody comes into their room, so they aren't prepared for people to see the secrets of their life hidden in it. Anime body pillows, My Little Pony merch, fursuits, and special toys may be found. The Master of Secrets, a higher version of the Keeper of Secrets. Full-on obsessive displays, anime shrines and figure collections, impressive merch collections. They scoff at the Keepers of Secrets and their weak displays. The Redditor look. No camera? No shower. The multitasker is busy doing something more fun and pretending to be invested in the call. The Stealth Bomber is on the toilet. 404, user not found. No wonder they were so quiet.
Hell, my mom eats a burrito. You know you can get a burrito bowl, right? And probably get more food out of it. What are you doing?
How to catch the office food thief. Recipe number 21. A bar of dial soap and a dipping chocolate.
Yeah, if you steal food at the office, you deserve this. Gave myself a chocolate ice cream and got my 7-year-old brother one with refried beans. I see we are speedrunning trust issues and also setting yourself up for a lifetime of targeted harassment from your brother. A once-in-a-lifetime picture opportunity. Just make it landscape. Just added our wedding photo to the collection on our mantle. And now we wait. Cousins forever. Alabama 100. I hate to be this person, but I'm pretty tired of people using my circular drive as a pull turnaround. Sorry, pull through turnaround. Gotcha. So much so that I posted a sign at the end of my driveway. Apparently, that isn't enough. That said, I just put 2 of these in my Amazon cart. They'll be here Monday. Things will work out the way they work out. May the odds be ever in your favor. Lordy, I didn't know you could get spike strips on Amazon. That's useful, but anyways, Vicky just ordered spike strips so people will stop using her circular driveway to turn around. Yes, that is I mean, if a sign didn't stop them, I'm not opposed to people like pulling into your property and turning around every once in a while. Or if the neighborhood was really poorly designed, you know, and that's the only place to turn around, maybe that's just a little bit of flexibility to afford. But if people are just using her driveway and it's a perfectly serviceable cul-de-sac or something, I don't think I'd go as far as spike strips, but I definitely park something in the middle of it just to be like, can you stop? Because you clearly can't read the sign. Please stay off my property. Lordy. Kids' puzzle page is impossible. Yeah, the quickest way to evaluate if a puzzle is impossible for these kind of pathfinding is actually start at the finish. So if we take that check mark and assuming X's is quote-unquote dead ends. Tracing backwards, we go all the way across the bottom left, and so you need to get on this quote-unquote road in order to get to the finish, and you have a dead end to the left, and then you have an up and a left above it, so there's no way to literally get on the final road. I'm sure this was just generated with some clip art or something, and they weren't paying attention, but I think if you were making something with this many, you put in enough effort to maybe make an actual solution, unless the X's mean something different, in which case all this goes out the window. What would you wish upon your worst enemy? Okay, so first, oh dear Lord, this sounds like you've been thinking about it for a long time. So first, I would wish them those random painful scratches you get randomly as a kid. But that's not all. I also hope that every drink they're offered is lemon juice, and either them or the ones serving the drink is clumsy and gets spilled all over. Oh, oof. And when they try to read a book to take their mind off it, they get a paper cut, and then writhing in pain, they trip into the table with salt on it, and it spills all over them. I wish that this happens every day. Might I suggest therapy? I've definitely heard worse. But this sounds like you've thought about it for a while. My worst fear. Turn on all cameras. This button instantly turns on the cameras for all 86 participants. Do it. Do it. Actually, don't. What platform is this? I work night shift and sometimes I have to go to meetings during the day. And I mean, if they want to turn on the camera, I'm gonna look like it's 2 a.m. because it is 2 a.m. for me. And I'm not gonna have any makeup on and I'm gonna look like Skeletor. So your funeral. Once I made an obvious phishing email and the malicious URL was in the report phishing button I added. This is honestly a good strategy. Every company does or should do fake phishing attacks where they attack their own company, but the links lead to like a central repository, and if you click on the link, you get assigned training or whatever. But when they say don't click on any link, they mean any link at all. I mean, even loading images is the best strategy. Always make sure your client doesn't even load images for unknown emails. Please enter your phone number. They put a slider. Oh my god. You couldn't do a data validation field with 10 digits? Instead, you mapped a slider for all numbers between 0000 and that and full phone number. I remember seeing that post about worst format for entering your phone number. This one is actually the worst. Yeah, I mean, you could tab over it, like you get pretty close and hit tab and then use your scroll wheel, and that'll increment it by 1, I believe. But still, oh my god. Fruits on pizza is old. Say hello to bananas and bubblegum on... Oh, that just made me nauseous. Oh, gross. Oh, gross. I don't know why that made me so nauseous. Oh, that's vile. Oh, I hate it. Oh, please, dear God, take it away. Customer just handed me a folded up 50 as a tip. I hate this place and I hate everyone and I hate myself. Report them to the Secret Service for counterfeiting money because it looks pretty authentic from the outside. Secret Service does not take kindly to this. Accidentally left my car unlocked, and when I came back, I found a bunch of plastic babies. What? Did they just like open the door and throw in a handful of tiny plastic? What even? What thought would you like to place into your partner's head if they wouldn't know it came from you? What? Honestly, the tune of a song he doesn't know and can't find stuck in his head. r/Foundsatan, most evil person on Reddit. No, what will happen is he'll get into electronic music and make the song himself, and it'll get stuck in everybody else's head, and you'll be responsible for it, but you won't be able to take any of the credit for it. Nothing beats coleslaw pops on the... No. What in the... No. ChatGPT is Satan. That escalated quickly. The inflatable pillowcase. A pillowcase that inflates like a balloon when you try to lay your head on it, making it impossible to find a comfortable sleeping position. Yeah, I hate it. Yeah, that's awful. It's like sleeping on top of a blowfish. Sometimes I get bored and walk around the Walmart parking lot putting notes on random cars. I'm pregnant, call me. Just a little spice of chaos. I do feel sorry for there are couples that like one or both of the partners is so insecure that like any tiny even things that like this where it's completely provable that it's total BS will wreck the marriage and, you know, lead to just misery for years. But hey, if you're good with taking responsibility for that, go for it. My neighbor has an unsecured wireless printer. I just sent this document to it. Hello, I am your printer. I have become self-aware. Feed me ink or I'll print out your search history when your wife is home alone. I like the idea, but I feel like this is just a little too much. I would print out just a single sheet in like the plainest font, just like Consolus or something that just says hello, comma, neighbor's name, period. And that's it. Just at the very top left of the corner. And then just like one sentence per week. You can like schedule it, preferably for like the middle of the night. I'm giving people ideas. Well, secure your printers. Secure your printers and this won't happen. Travel tip. Frustrate every employee in a Canadian airport by responding to their hello bonjour with hello bonjour, forcing them to guess which language to proceed in. I didn't even know they did that. That's kind of adorable and wonderful. You don't know how much I enjoy just dropping $2 coins on purpose in the locker and see my classmates fight each other to get it. I can almost see your point. Like, this is like wrestling, but much worse pay. This guy threw a Grim Reaper costume on a drone and proceeded to chase people around with it. He's my new hero. That is amazing. That is so cool. Me personally, I wouldn't even have a quit button. I'd make my game so hard to quit. No Alt F4, no task manager, or any other fancy way. So the 2 hours can pass and no refunds. Guys, I found Satan. Also impossible, like you can just shut off the computer or request a refund from another device. Sorry, dude. Bro really exposed himself having counterfeit bills. I sent the video on the Federal Reserve report site, so hope he has a nice time in jail. Oh, I didn't know you reported. Yeah, so the Secret Service is the agency that actually investigates counterfeit money. Apparently you can report it through the Federal Reserve, though. I didn't know that. My mom grounded me, so I catfished her for 6 months and broke her heart. This is only justified if the grounding was unjustified, like if this is retribution for something like over-controlling. But if you did something stupid and got grounded rightfully so, wow, yeah, that's a... Sheesh. Salty Potato. Hello. Mercy. Admin. Congrats to every player in this match. Limited time loot box. Press Alt F4 to claim it now. Casvar left the game. LackMac5555 left the game. Well, they learned a valuable lesson. I was actually kind of happy when some keyboards came out with a little gaming mode toggle where it will actually block a number of common Windows shortcuts that will like Alt tab you out of the game or the Windows key and stuff like that. Nothing's better than an ice cream sandwich on a hot summer day. Where is it? That's not a... Actually, if that's real ice cream on bread, that's not a terrible combination. Something I think one of my dad's friends did. I don't remember where I heard it from, but it's like a country thing. I didn't know Satan was in my school. QWERTY, ASDF, GH, okay. ZXCVQ, wait. Oh, you flipped the B upside down. Okay. I was also confused about the slash being down over here. Oh, it's a Chromebook. Oh, search, okay. Like, why is, okay. I don't know Chromebook keyboards, and they might have a slash over there. Another common IT prank is to flip the M and the N because most people don't remember what those do. But when you're typing in a password, some people will look at the keyboard and they'll be sitting there trying to enter a password with M or N in it. And yeah, it just spirals. This screw can't be removed after it has been put in. You have not seen a stripped head screw kit. It's a reverse threaded bit where you drill a hole into the center of the screw and then you flip it around and take it right on out. Losing my mind. Just offered the aisle seat to the guy sitting between me and my girlfriend on a flight, and he said he'd rather stay in the middle seat between us. Oh, that's a dangerous position for him to be. You could just sit there and annoy him the entire flight. Oh my God, the two of you just loudly chatter to each other the entire time, talking right over him. If you have like a switch, like play something with two controllers like Mario Kart and like set it up on one of the tray tables and have them with one controller, like really invested in the game, like over him, like he has no space. Oh, I'd give that guy hell. The Passer Through Walls, Le Passé Bourrel sculpture in the Paris catacombs. Some French guy. You know what would be fucked up to see in the catacombs? I'm more concerned about some French guy being down there in the catacombs and being like, a perfect place for my sculpture. I'm pranking this guy as if I'm sending nudes, but in reality, I'm literally typing attachment, one image. Okay, I fully support this. Attachment, one image. I can't see. Attachment, one image. How about now? Can't, hold on. Attachment, one image. You get him? I still can't see. Send again. Oh well, no pics. Wait, something's wrong with my phone. Send again. Or sent on Twitter. Oh God, that's beautiful. Brute forced into random Minecraft server IP. Everyone was offline, so I made a bunch of these, then left. This is why you whitelist your Minecraft servers. However, I have no idea what that actually does. So I am, however, going to just label this as being a jerk and not quite Satan. Now, this is a service I can get behind. For $250 an hour, I will pose as a couples therapist and convince your loved one they are wrong about everything. That's a very brave statement, especially if you advertise yourself as an actual therapist. Go to jail for that. But yeah, might be able to get around it if you present yourself as a religious figure or pastor or something like that. But anyways, no, I'm not giving out advice. My brother ate the inside of the bread, leaving behind an empty crust shell. fill it with cheese, and toast it. I also appreciate the fact that he's made a bread mouse. Only real gamers game with bread. You ever wonder if it's possible for your kids to grow up not knowing what technology is? Raise them on a farm in the middle of nowhere. Never expose them to any modern tech. Candles and typewriters in the home. Fake the maps so they think there's no world outside of the farm. I think this is a future some people genuinely want. Like, they expect society to only exist in the way that they want it, and unironically expect this to be the case. And that's what Alabama's for. Okay, that movie was silly. Why is there a line of blood on the screen? I like to wait in front of bathrooms until a line forms. Then I just leave. Thing is, I've done this. I've waited at a bathroom and then just been like, no, it's taking too long, and go find another one. However, the bathroom was actually occupied. Want to really mess with someone? Approach anyone sitting alone in any public place and whisper, "We can hear that," with an embarrassed look on your face. I like this one, but it's just slightly out of the realm of reality. I like the one where you walk up to a random person just sitting alone at a park, say a code word, and hand over a folder with like a single flash drive in it, and then you just walk away. Flash drive is brand new, it's blank, but they'll probably never plug it in. Give away free hearing aids to deaf people, but make them play unskippable, unmutable ads every half hour. That sounds like something Elon Musk would do. This also sounds like something hackers would like completely tear into in about a day. I would be on that team too. Be like, no, you're not doing this. We'll rip the software right out of this. Jenny Smith, will you marry me? I will. Oh my God. What in Jesus' name? Did you know that Jennifer is the most common name for women between the ages of 20 and 40? Then don't even add a last name. Just put Jennifer or Jenny. Yeah, Jen. Jen, will you marry me? There you go. Done. I'd give my son a condom, then ask for it back at the end of the month. That's cruel, but I'd know. r/Foundsatan. You don't. I wouldn't want to know. Be like, dude, be safe. I don't want to know anything more than that. Want to replace all of the red gummy bears in a bag with the world's spiciest gummy bears. Okay, we found Satan. That's a 10 on the Satan scale. So I just found out that you can overnight ship live camel spiders to people's homes for only like 60 to 100 bucks. So if you've done me wrong recently, you have exactly 24 hours to apologize. Lordy. Whoever put up this fake sticker of an open outlet at the airport, you are now my enemy for life. I've seen a bunch of these. They're amazing and hilarious and terrible. Would y'all still eat this? My name was Chloe. I wanted to live. Your personal choice killed me. Don't buy it. Don't buy what? I mean, it's $19, so like, that's pretty high, but like, I would look for one with my name on it, like those Coca-Cola bottles. Yeah, I don't know. Red meat is one of those things that like there's a baseline need for it in my system. Like I would not be happy about it or enjoy the experience, but I could totally fetch my own meat if it was a cow, if you understand my drift. Like that's just one. I don't have a problem with that. Nope. Gimme steak. Fun fact: if you cut a raw potato in half, you can write on the bathroom mirror with the cut half. This is true. It'll be completely invisible until someone takes a hot shower and steams out the mirror. However, any part of the mirror that was touched by the potato won't actually steam up. I did this on April Fool's a few years ago, and the screams of terror were amazing. And if you're wondering, the message I wrote was simply, prepare to die. And I got the idea from a book I have called The Big Book of Boy Stuff. The Big Book of Boy Stuff. Oh my God. Why is that? That's pointlessly gendered. If anything, this seems like more like a girl prank if we're going to gender it. Can you find the percentage of people who are lying in this image? Hint, I never switched around 2 digits. I switched around 2 digits of pi, tried to find them. Oh my God, I don't know pi that many digits. 3.1455926535897. Oh, so you never, oh, I see. I understand now. Oh, sorry. I found it, so 50. I can't find it. Make a part 2. Yeah, there's 121 people. No, you're correct. Paying for people's food, then taking it because it's mine. What? Stop injecting yourself into things. This is why, if I became a ghost, I'd just be a huge fracking troll. I wouldn't be evil, I'd just be fracking annoying. Dragging people to heck to be damned with me just sounds like a dick move. If I am an incorporeal being capable of pretty much whatever I want, I'm gonna find the most annoying, crap-eating swat I can, and I'm gonna run the lifespan down on his light bulbs. I'm gonna leave his taps running. I'm gonna move all his books. I'm gonna take his fracking shoes and shove them under the couch. I'm gonna unhinge my spectral maw and swallow his left socks and dampen his right ones with the taps left running. And not a dang soul would believe him, because only a crazy person would ever tell a tale of the ghost of some dumb 5-foot-tall Welshman inhaling their left socks and flickering the lights on and off while levitating and spectral T-posing. Just the mental image of you walking into your bathroom and there's a ghost just like eating socks and flickering the lights, just like making dead eye contact with you and just like taking a sock out of his mouth and be like, nobody's gonna believe you. My sister taste tested our Krispy Kreme donuts. Bless your sister's heart, she must not want it anymore. My friend got a wrong number text and, hello Gus, it is Sarah. Almost the weekend. I really like the area near 508 Water Street and was not sure if it was on the market or did you have future plans to list it? I'm so sorry. Last night around 11:30 p.m. the property burnt to the ground due to a gang dispute. These are actually not wrong numbers, they are spam. Horse around with them if you want, but do know they are spam. And they're part of a like real estate scam stuff. I put Tabasco on my popcorn because my boss and coworkers just can't get their own. It's pretty good if I do say so myself. They do not agree. Yeah, I can't imagine they do. Actually, spicy popcorn, like I'd put Frank's Red Hot in popcorn. I'd try that. Thinking about that time, my ex wanted to go to couples therapy, so I paid my friend to pose as a therapist and she gaslit him the whole time. Again, very brave friend, because posing as a medical professional. Yikes! Do not open the attic under any circumstances, especially if the light is on. This is very important. Is somebody living up there? I'd leave signs like that if I owned a cabin. Put the light on a timer. r/Foundsatan. That's actually not a terrible idea, especially if you have a cabin that's like abandoned half the year. Once, when I was younger, kids were talking about who was not at school that day, and the adopted kid asked, who's gone? I yelled out, your mom, without ever even thinking. Everybody turned and stared at me. I am kind of glad to see that this has progressed a little because this would have been considered a funny joke in a few of the schools I went to. So I'm glad kids have more of a moral compass now. I'm driving around turning motherfrackers' TVs off. That is a Roku remote. It syncs via Wi-Fi direct. You are doing absolutely nothing. What you need to do, actually, I'm not even gonna tell you. Frack pineapple on pizza. Whoever does this is a monster. Oh God. Oh, this is probably some like, what the hell? This is some gourmet place in California, probably.
I think this is a coin glued under a urinal. Of course, that's just a theory. I haven't actually reached down and grabbed it. That would be gross. I'm not thinking that could go towards a coffee that I desperately need. No, no. My sister had a DSi, and I once took it and recorded myself swearing, then used the sound mixing to make it sound like her, showed it to my mom, and watched my sister get yelled at and punished. Okay, there is no way you are not the younger sibling. Question, is your name Damien by any chance? Because my God, is that spawn of Satan quality. I just saw two people flirting with one another under one of my posts. I deleted the meme.
You won't be finding happiness over here?
The loneliness epidemic! I'm encouraging it! I'm part of the problem! Huzzah for belonging to something! Ah, phooey!
You know, boy, each time you cuss, an angel dies.
Yes, Pa.
Great. Now keep 'em coming, boy. We gotta lower God's defenses before Meemaw gets to him.
Any day now.
Quick, gang. 2 + 2 × 4 equals 16, 12, or 8. Come on, select one of these answers. You can't be wrong. Oh boy, my therapist was right. I don't need to gaslight people in relationships. I can do it online. Meanwhile, in r/teenagers made a wee little mistake. So my English teacher, I'll be honest, is a total dick. He's horrible at teaching and all, and he really hates everyone in our class. So I decided to just sign him up to a bunch of websites to spam his inbox, and I also signed him up to Pornhub. I wasn't expecting to actually make an account without a phone number or verification or whatever, but I screwed up because I signed his school email up to Pornhub, to which he will get near daily notifications about a new blacked video or Mia Khalifa has uploaded. This also leads to a question: will he be able to find out in any way I signed him up to it? Well, I'm not sure what the police can do in terms of tracking down the culprit in this sort of instance, but considering you've literally risked this man's entire career for a prank, I am not going to be surprised if he hires Agent 47 after you. Anyway, hope you enjoy developing a paranoia around any bald man you see. Meanwhile, in Crazy Ideas, what the frick is this? It's a bit cruel to kill off animals for our desire to eat. But what if we cut off a piece of meat from the pig every day when we're hungry, then let its wound heal? See, then we can have infinite amount of pork supply for the next 20 years, and the pig won't get brutally cut. What the I thought this person was a vegetarian by how it started, but no. No, they're just a very economic slaughterer. So like if we want to eat ham, we can cut off the ham part of the pig, and if we want the loin, we can cut off the loin of the pig, and so on. Then they will still be alive. Yes, take that, vegans. See, we're not killing them. We're just giving them consistent and endless suffering of removing parts of their flesh. That's fine. They get to live. They're breathing. They're existing. That's fine.
What are you talking about, Butterman? It's not cruel and inhumane.
It's efficient. And that's more important than comfort, obviously. Oh, what, you think we should painlessly kill the animal instead? No. Painless is worthless. No pain, no gain, mate. You gotta put in a bit of effort if you want to live in this world rightfully. Well, you're telling me that I could have got this job with EmKay by not cutting off my right arm?
Damien, mate, can we have a word?
r/confession. I set the browser homepage to Meatspin on the largest monitor at an Apple store. For those who don't know, it's this website showing this vulgar scene from an adult video with the song You Spin Me Right Round playing. Obviously, you can imagine what meat they're spinning on. There's actually a great podcast that dives into it, but you're better off going onto their website. It's called 2 Girls, 1 Cup. Anyway, the story. This was back in 2006. I would frequent the mall with my friends, and we would often visit the Apple store to check out the latest products. I thought it would be funny to open the browser settings on the largest monitor they had and set the homepage to meatspin.com and left without opening the actual page. I sat at a bench outside of the store where the monitor was in clear view. Less than 5 minutes later, some kid was checking it out, probably checking his MySpace, and the page opened in full display to everyone in the store. An Apple geek walked up to next to him, and with his hands at his hips, the kid was profusely panicked and tried explaining it wasn't him. Mall security arrived a few minutes later, and he was escorted out. Oh my god, I hope you walked past that kid as he left and said, "It was me." A woman on the train kept staring at me, and after about 25 minutes, she was like, "I'm sorry, but you look like my high school boyfriend who passed away." And without missing a beat, I was like, "Amanda?" And she was like, "My name's Rachel." Oh, but imagine if I guessed her name right. Oh my god. Hope you enjoyed all that money and time you needed to go to therapy to get over this, cause I'ma make you restart all over again. Woohoo! That's just my way of giving back to the economy. Not through my own money, but through everyone else's. Redoing my counters, and I'm gonna drop this into the crack. Greetings, future owner of this property. I perceive you have started renovating this kitchen area. As a gift for your newfound ownership, I beseech you a rare gift of money and passportation buried within the confines of your backyard. So go, dig, my friend, dig up everything, dig up the entire space, don't care how much it costs, you'll recoup all that money once you find the treasure, the lost treasure of Gullible, the genie, that's his name is Gullible the genie. Why would a genie have treasure? Shut up, just go dig. What's in your lunchbox? I highly recommend cutting your children's sandwiches like this. The look of incredulity on my 10-year-old's face was priceless, and even if they're at school and you can't see it in person, you'll know. I fully endorse encouraging a bit of game with your children's lunches by making them play a reverse puzzle while also making all their school friends wonder if their parents have eyes. A guy wheeled around 99 phones in a cart to create traffic jams on Google Maps. Oh Lord, and they say that you as an individual don't have the power to make change in this world. Hate the traffic that develops in your street around certain times of the day? Well, just convene with your fellow neighbors, build a conveyor belt on the side of your street, make it rotate at 10 kilometers an hour, and just put a bunch of old phones on there. Huzzah! Quiet street for days. Question 3. If you pick an answer to this question at random, what is the chance that you will be correct? I'm not even doing this quiz literally, and I am stressing out. I just can't help but wonder, is there actually a correct answer to this? What is the trick answer? I'm gonna guess A or D, but they're the exact same. Why are they the exact same? When I was 15, I had a huge crush on the prettiest girl in my class. Then we went to school camp together, and she was all flirty and stuff. Tension was high. We were hanging out at each other's room, and she often sat on my lap. One evening, when most people were sleeping or hanging out in another room, she took me by the hand, as seductive as possible, and pulled me into the bathroom. Stuff was about to happen. There she pulled out a spoon and said, "You're dead." Silly me forgot about the camp game we had going, where you pick cards with a location, a name, and an object with which you have to kill that person at the picked location. Oh! Oh no! Oh, you got clued! Oh, you got clued! I'll be straight up honest with you. If that was me, I would cry. I would just cry.
Got you!
You sure did, Steph. Wow.
Yeah.
Anyway, I need to go to the bathroom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just excuse me. I'm just
Oh, okay. Well, I'll see you back at the campfire. And... Jack, are you okay? Jack, are you okay? What's wrong?
No, I'm fine.
You sure?
I'm just I'm really constipated and it hurts to poo. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why.
Okay.
1, 2. Play a game. Will you select the Mountain Dew drink or the Windex drink? Surprise twist, I mixed them both together!
Nothing beats coleslaw pops on a hot summer day.
You know what, that is entirely accurate. Nothing. The idea of nothing instead of coleslaw pops is better. That does beat coleslaw pops. You ever wonder if it's possible for your kids to grow up not knowing what technology is? Raise them on a farm in the middle of nowhere. Never expose them to any modern tech. Candles and typewriters in the home. Fake the map so they think there's no world outside of the farm. Oh, don't you know, my friend? Plenty of people have been trying that for centuries. They're called cults. If I die, I want someone to sew my eyes shut with black buttons. Oh, like Coraline. No! Coraline never accepted the buttons. More like the ghost kids. I just want to freak out whoever digs me up. Lol. Oh, Foundsatan. Yeah, you can post it there if you want. I know I'm right. I knew my girlfriend was going to dump me, so I set up a profile called Add Profile on her Netflix account, and 3 years later, I'm still watching. Remember, kids, it's not stealing if you don't get caught. New parent idea. 1. Take pictures of you pulling baby out of spacecraft in forest. 2. Hide pictures in attic for kid to find when he's 10. Could you imagine him taking this to divorce court?
Now, as you can see, Your Honor, by these photos,
I don't owe child support. What a puzzle. I decided to give my tenants, who live upstairs from me, a box full of random items like a single screw, a ruler, a pomegranate, a book on technical writing skills, heat gun, an orange, and a few other weird little items. I told them inside the box were clues and puzzles that would unlock other clues which would ultimately lead to a prize. I sent them a text with a basic cipher that, when solved, would spell checkmate. This would be the first clue. I sat back and watched as 2 college grad students spent months trying to decipher the puzzle. Their sheer frustration forced them to get other people involved, including their parents, but there was no puzzle. It's just a box full of random items. I sat back and enjoyed the entertainment. Oh, P.S. I also told them I gave the same puzzle to another group of friends and that they solved it within a week. This ticked them off even more and added to their frustrations. Okay, energy vampire confirmed. Someone call Blade. This guy threw a Grim Reaper costume on a drone and proceeded to chase people around with it. He's my new hero.
Oh my god, fine. Okay, Amazon, I won't steal your packages. Chase, get away from me.
Did you know a woman donated her kidney to save the life of her boss, who then fired her when she took too long to recover? Yes, what the hell happened here indeed? I like to imagine they actually hated each other, and this person donated their kidney in spite, knowing that the boss would owe her so deeply. And the boss, well, they despised this. So they got a big think tank of lawyers in trying to find any sort of way they can, get out of this metaphorically impactful IOU, and oh, look at that. She's been having to recover for too long. Huzzah! And out! Honestly, that sounds like the plot to a great TV show. No stealing, WGA peoples. That's not a guild created content. It's mine. I made it up. So no stealing. I don't care. You guys are out of your strike. I'll write a heavily worded letter to Adam Conover. If you hate your HOA, there is nothing funnier than installing a 7,000 plus capacity bat roost, causing thousands of bats to come into your neighborhood. They will cause your HOA to complain, but they cannot legally do anything because bats are federally protected animals and it cannot be removed. So I grounded my kid, and this was his response. Well, joke's on you, kid. I know half of these things you were technically allergic to, so time to play a bit of Russian roulette for dinner. Camille Vasquez said that during the Depp vs. Heard trial, there may have been, and she emphasized may, have been a bit of psychological warfare at play. She said that every morning during the trial, a female member of Mr. Depp's legal team may have gone into the women's restroom at the court used by Miss Heard and sprayed Mr. Depp's cologne in the stalls. Okay, but why? What's that going to do? Really? Okay. That feels like the action of someone who wished they could have put a dead pig's head there instead, but was told to tone it down a little.
Oh, fine. I'll just resort to the boring psychological warfare of spraying some cologne. Gosh, you guys are all so lame.
Brilliant! Her discussion about her legal career was both refreshing and honest, and should be inspiring to young women looking to enter into the legal profession. I'm very happy that I chose this general attention. Well worth it. I'ma be honest. What this man has taken away about this and how he's using this to encourage women to get into this profession more, the tagline I'm perceiving is female lawyers for women who didn't grow out of high school and still like to bully. These are the answer keys to an exam that my students are taking right now. If you're one who just likes to guess in patterns, today is your lucky day. I have to theorize they are doing this because it is so much easier to mark this way. I'm sorry, but what the hell is this Rubik's Cube? Oh, God. Wow. Gotta say, that keeps bloody brilliant. Most satisfying Rubik's solves. No, I'm personally not into bodily torture. Evilest thing I've seen all day. I'm just posting this before bed on the off chance that it gets a comment or two and I can wake up with notifications on my phone and pretend like I have friends. Dear user Dankness420, your post has been removed due to violation of our rules. Please read the rules before posting again. Please message the moderators if you believe this to be an error. I wanted this to frick with you when you saw it. I'm not a mod here. You know that saying, bad publicity is better than no publicity? I feel you can also say that bad attention is better than no attention. But then I also think that just brings to light how desperate one is in what they're pursuing, and if that makes any sense. I mean, I think of it as kind of desperate of a person to willingly take the bad publicity because it's better than nothing. Like, wow, you're really just groveling at the worst quality of treatment, aren't you? Don't know what that freaking tangent was about, but anyway, let's move on. One time I was late to practice and coach made me run laps. My dad was the coach and he drove me to practice.
That's what you get for making me late, son.
You were pooping for 30 minutes.
Man needs his poop. Now run faster. Whiplash.
Oh.
A guy I put in the friend zone a year ago almost got a girlfriend today, so I told him I like him. I don't, but I need him just in case.
Hashtag backup plan. There's a special rung in hell for people like you. Yeah, look, first time it comes around, absolutely piece of schmidt. But hey, second time she does this, well, that's on the guy. Once I went to a party with my husband, full of people he knew from work, but I didn't. A guy came up to us, turned to me and said,
Oh, you must be his wife.
I turned to my husband and said, You have a wife? Ooh, should have seen the guy's face. I mean, it was pretty hard. Like, he was literally backflipping out of the situation. God, it was a mess. Like, over tables, he knocked over an old guy. It was violent. When you ask Santa for a puppy but accidentally write Satan.
It's so beautiful. I'm gonna name it the person watching this video.
My daughter got caught skipping school yesterday, so this morning I walked her all the way to the front door of the school to make sure she didn't miss another day. It's funny because these days, I mean, obviously it depends where you are, but this man is more likely to be met with, Oh, this gentleman is just dressing how they like. No biggie, how can I help you, sir? What, you're wearing a dress? Okay, sure. So did the Scottish. What do you want about? Why is your daughter crying so much?
Favorite new thing? Scratching haunting things into bananas at the market so when people take them home hours later and the words appear, they think a ghost knows their secrets.
Honey, the bananas are sentient again.
President Lyndon B. Johnson owned an amphibious car, the Amphicar, and used it to scare guests by driving them into his lake screaming about brake failure. See, this is what we need to do. Just direct the evil tendencies of rich people and corrupt people into avenues where they can explore that evilness in a healthy and cooperative manner that doesn't actually ruin the planet or society. Imagine a perfect world where the only evil thing rich people are doing are pranks on YouTube. Actually, that's just as bad. This showed up on my parents' doorstep overnight. They don't have a doorbell cam and they have no idea how it got there. Any idea if there's a significance?
Fricking jokers! You got something to say? Come say it!
Oh, no, don't touch it. Stick it in an envelope and mail it to the White House. The Secret Service will handle this for you. Lamau. So this barista put stickers over the Starbucks logo on Frappuccino so girls can't take selfies with them. Oh, yeah, right, because in America, Starbucks is actually considered good. I forget that. No, sorry. I totally understand where these ladies come from. I, too, will sometimes see some kangaroo dung on the side of the road and I think, damn, I need to take a photo of that.
For those not familiar with an upper decker, it's when you take the lid off the toilet tank and finish your poop in there. The result is that every time the toilet bowl refills from the tank, it will be with dirty poop water. Do this as early as middle school, all the way through high school, at least every couple months growing up. Do this probably over 100 times.
When the boss at the first job is an a-hole, you upper decker. When the bartender screwed up your drink, you upper decker. When you get cheated on, you upper decker. Yeah, so I got the wrong order from McDonald's drive-thru. Went inside and upper decked. I can't stop and I won't stop. You screw with me, you know what's coming to you.
Upper Decker!
So she cheated on me, but I never left immediately. I made sure I've impregnated her, named my son, gave her good life for 1 year. Then when I found someone better, I left her, reminding her that I can't marry a cheater. She's now a single mother. Yeah, take that! That's what you get for breaking my heart and ruining my trust and creating trust issues with him. What's child support? What the hell's that? My sister is mad at me? I don't know why. Well, I can see the main culprit right there. You're wearing Crocs!
And you're not even wearing the other shoe right!
And how dare you give the ice cream tub a face so it looks like it's screaming in pain. Now I'm gonna feel bad every time I graze at its flesh to scoop into my bowl for my own satisfactory hunger. Pro tip, save business cards of the people you don't like. If you ever hit a parked car accidentally, just write sorry on the back and leave it on the windshield. So anyway, that's why no one does business cards anymore.
Heart attack!
Dad? Oh no, Dad!
Son,
What?
call me an ambulance!
Hi, ambulance. I'm son.
I'm proud of you, son.
Free spicy pumpkins! Try one for trick or treat! Have a bite, kids! Don't worry if you get a little teary-eyed, just wipe your face with your hands! Meanwhile, in casual Orc. Can anyone identify this spider? It's vanished and I don't want it to eat me. Ah, looks like the noble false widow. Not native to the Orc. I think they were transported here through supermarket bananas and they've spread quite well. They're venomous, capable of giving a bite about the same as a bee sting. Nothing major, but does hurt. But much like our humble bumble, they're not gonna hurt you unless they absolutely have to when threatened. Just keep an eye out, check your shoes, etc. before putting them on. When it turns up, it's easy enough to scoop it into a pint glass and release it to your neighbor's letterbox.
Huh, that's strange. That's actually exactly where I found him in the first place.
Hey.
Adorable Japanese hamster bread. Yeah, look at these cute little chunky boys.
Are you freaking kidding me? There's no way in hell I could take a bite out of these.
It has a butthole.
What? Why?
Why does it have a butthole?
I'd like to take these to the pet store and just start eating them in front of the children.
Hey kids, look over here. Free samples. Try them.
I made life-size AirPod stickers and stuck them on the ground all over the city. Oh, please, if you want to check me out as I bend over in public, all you need to do is ask. I'll say no and slap you as I scoff away, but I appreciate you asking first.
Who would do such a crime?
Oh, no. They couldn't, extend the cord that would need to connect this, just a little further along the ceiling before dropping it through? No, they just want it on the side there. Okay. Yeah, sure. I'm sure the DJ will love this. Pro tip. If you are on stage with a DJ and want to make a request, you can add it to the queue list by pressing the queue button on the playing deck, which will bring up a song selection menu for you to choose your song. It's paramount you don't disturb the DJ as you're doing this because they're busy DJing, so you just go ahead and press it. That's what they're there for after all. That's why they light up, so you can see them. Lad at work just eats everyone's treats. Tomorrow will be a surprise for him. To be honest, they're donuts. I'm still gonna eat them no matter what's inside them. You think some mustard's gonna dissuade me? Ha! I have nut sauce sandwiches for breakfast because I'm not very responsible with my diet. Asking a stranger, can you make sure nobody takes my bag? While pointing to someone else's bag. Oh no, you can just visualize the chaos that would happen. I mean, not huge chaos, but just small enough that the gods don't notice so you can get away with your evil.
Hi guys, in today's renovation rescue, we're covering my parents' kitchen in Nutella. As you can see, it looks so much better.
No, seriously, what? Did they actually go through with this? I need answers. Hang on, what? Oh my god, so not only is it definitely legit, it was done in Australia. Of course a freaking Australian did this. I blame you, How To Basic. You set a precedent that this is the norm now in Australia. Apparently they were considerate, with this though, because they put a bunch of cling wrap all over the place beforehand, so it was actually rather easy to clean this all up. They just had to peel off the wrap. Still, oh my god, look at all that Nutella. Look at that, in this economy? Hey, fun fact, the mouse cursor isn't actually straight. Well, good thing I'm a very forgetful person. I'm not even gonna remember this tomorrow, so it won't affect me beyond now. In the meanwhile, though... Imagine helping your neighbor, not ask for compensation, and then get sued.
Can you make a male babysitter pay child support? I'm a single mom going to college with my sister. We currently rent an apartment together. A couple of weeks ago, I asked my neighbor, a trustworthy guy, if he could watch the kids for 2 hours while I went to class and my sister wasn't home, and he agreed. If he babysits and doesn't accept pay, can I sue him for child support because he took on a fatherly role? I'm sure I can convince a court that he accepted a fatherly role.
No, yeah, you go ahead. You go ahead and go through court with this. I'm sure you're gonna get out fine. Nice things to whisper when hugging someone. You smell different when you're awake. Please help me. Then smile as if nothing happened. Soon. Oh, you have lovely skin. I can't wait to wear it. Your hair tastes just like strawberries. Tonight, you. That Netflix series, I'm so keen to watch it. I'm gonna watch it tonight. He knows. Don't go home. I always knew you would die in my arms. Every time I poop, I think of you. No one will ever believe you.
Yes. I killed Mufasa.
I bet you didn't feel me lick your ear. Mother told me it would be like this. Man arrested for training dog to throw bricks at people ringing his doorbell. Well, I'm glad the dog isn't being charged. They're just being a good boy. Ordered a bacon cheeseburger toaster for cheat day and got this. Sue them. Then burn the place to the ground, then sue them again. This trick saves a ton on gas. Now, once you've filled up your tank full of Coca-Cola, prepare your Mentos tablet. Now, this is the main thing here. Make sure your car door is already open before you drop it in, otherwise you are not going to be able to get in your car in time.
Trust me, bro.
Oh, bro, wasps are asleep in the early hours of the morning. Like, this is not a joke. I lived in the countryside for many years. Wake up at like 5 to 6 a.m. and remove the hives by hand. They won't attack you.